Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon, everyone. So I think we should start. So today we are going to learn new chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4, human health. So in this topic, we have two subtopic. 4.1, infectious and non-infectious disease. 4.2, body defense. So today I will cover subtopic 4.1, infectious and non-infectious disease. Okay, first you need to know what is infectious disease. So infectious disease is caused by infections of pathogen. It can be transmitted from one individual to other. Non-infectious disease is caused by genetic factor or lifestyle, cannot be transmitted from one individual to the other. Okay, in your textbook, you can refer page 76. So you can refer your textbook, page 76. So you need to know what is infectious disease and non-infectious disease. Okay, example of infectious disease, we have tuberculosis, flu, ringworm, tinea, leptospirosis, dengue fever, malaria fever, Zika fever, and now we have COVID-19. Okay, non-infectious disease, example of non-infectious disease, cancer, hypertension, diabetes, asthma, and cardiovascular disease. So infectious disease is a disease that can spread to the others, while non-infectious disease cannot spread to the others. Okay, how infectious disease spread? So first you need to know what is the meaning of pathogen. So the pathogen is organism which can cause disease, including virus, some bacteria, protozoa, fungi, and worm. Okay, this is, we call it pathogen, the organism which can cause diseases. Okay, way of transmission. This is the way of transmission. We have airborne, waterborne, contact, and vector. Three type of ways of transmission. We have four type of transmission. Okay, the first one we look at airborne transmission. Okay, airborne diseases. We have two type of airborne diseases. The first one is droplet transmission. The second one is dust transmission. Then we have waterborne. It can transmit the disease through the contaminated drinking water. And then we have contact, infectious disease through contact. So it can spread direct contact on infected skin and through sexual intercourse. And then we have vector, the pathogen transmitted from one host to another new host through an animal. So that animal, we call it vector. Okay, let us put the view what is the airborne disease. So the airborne disease, this is the disease that is transmitted through airborne disease. So we have chickenpox, flu, tuberculosis, H1N1, and SARS. Okay, how to prevent these diseases? So we can prevent it, the disease by do not spit, cover mouth and nose, keep hygiene and avoid crowded place. Macam sekarang lah yang kita buat untuk mengelakkan spreading of COVID-19. We have social distances, wear mask, and then keep hygiene, wash your hand, always wash your hand, and then avoid crowded places. So this is how to prevent airborne diseases. Okay, look at what is the waterborne disease. We have the disease like cholera, amoebic dysentery, and typhoid. Okay, how to prevent this disease? So we add chlorine to the swimming pool and then keep hygiene, boil drinking water and good sanitation. Biasanya penyakit such as cholera and typhoid ni, penyakit yang berjangkit melalui air. So this is waterborne disease. Biasa kita kena amalkan kebersihan dan juga practice good sanitation. So penyakit waterborne disease ni biasanya waktu banjir, senang dapatlah penyakit-penyakit ni ketika banjir ataupun bila kita tak jaga kebersihan. Okay, other than that, kita tengok dulu pula what is contact disease. Okay, contact disease is the disease that can be transmitted through contacts, ringworm and tinea. This is ringworm, red itchy spot on the skin. Jadi sejenis penyakit kulit biasanya dijangkiti melalui kontak. So how to prevent this disease? Kita boleh prevent not touching the infected skin. And then do not sharing the towel, do not sharing clothes. So bila seseorang tu ada penyakit ringworm or tinea, make sure kita tak share the clothes, tak share the towel and do not touch the infected skin. Sebab dia boleh berjangkit melalui sentuhan. Okay, another contact disease is syphilis and gonorrhea and AIDS. This is the disease that can spread through sexual intercourse. So the pathogen of this disease are present in body fluids such as semen and vaginal fluid. So how to prevent? Make sure protected sexual intercourse, and then do not sharing needle and do not blood exchange. Maksudnya kena amalkan hygiene lah. Kalau kita buat transfer darah tu, pihak hospital akan melakukan prosedur yang ketat lah. Dia akan tapis dulu, dia screening dulu kita punya blood. Barulah kita boleh transfer darah. Okay, diseases by vector. First, you need to know what is the vector. Okay, vector is animal that transmit pathogen from one host to another host. So animal that transmit the pathogen, we call it vector. So example of vector, we have rat, fly, cockroach, Aedes mosquito, and Anopheles mosquito. So this is the pathogen that transmit by the animal. So the rat, the transmitted pathogen, dia akan transferkan pathogen ke individu lain. Contoh ini adalah pathogen Leptospira sp bacteria. Anopheles mosquito, dia akan transfer Plasmodium malaria. And the fly and cockroaches, Salmonella typhi. And Aedes mosquito, dia akan transfer dengue and Zika virus. So you need to know the vector is the animal. What is the animal that transfer the pathogen? So that animal, we call it vector. Okay, vector female Anopheles mosquito. Okay, nyamuk betina. Dia akan transfer, dia akan transfer pathogen Plasmodium malaria. So the individual will get malaria disease. So how to prevent the infection? Okay, no. Sorry. So way of infection, macam mana penyakit tu menjangkiti manusia? So through the mosquito bite. So the symptom, the person will shivering, have fever and sweating. Ini adalah simptom-simptom penyakit malaria. So dia punya vector adalah female Anopheles mosquito. Nyamuk betina Anopheles ni. Spesies Anopheles mosquito. Okay, cara dia nak jangkitkan pada manusia, dia akan through the mosquito bite. Dia akan transfer Plasmodium malaria into the new host, into the person, and then a person can get malaria disease. So the symptom is they have shivering, fever, and sweating. Okay, cholera. Penyakit cholera pula macam mana? Okay, dia punya vector is fly. Okay, way of infection, contaminated of food and water. Contoh, makanan yang terdedah akan dihingapi lalat. So the contaminated food and water yang bila dimakan oleh manusia, dalam makanan ni ada patogen Vibrio cholera bacteria. So dia akan dapat penyakit kolera. So the symptom is diarrhea and vomiting. Okay, and then dengue. Okay, the dengue, the pathogen is dengue virus. The vector is Aedes mosquito. Okay, ways of infection through a mosquito bite. So the symptom of dengue, fever, joint pain, sakit-sakit pada bahagian sendi. They have fever, headache and watery eyes. Mata berjadi berair. So this is dengue. Demam dengue sangat bahaya. So how to kita boleh dapat demam dengue melalui gigitan nyamuk Aedes yang membawa patogen dengue virus. So dia vektor dia kat sini, vektor adalah Aedes mosquito. Okay, Zika virus juga melalui vektor Aedes mosquito, tapi dia akan bawa patogen Zika virus. So way of infection sama through mosquito bite. So the symptom of Zika virus is fever, rashes, joint pain and conjunctivitis. And then we have typhoid disease. Okay, typhoid disease, the vector are through cockroaches and fly. Okay, pathogen Salmonella typhi bacteria. Way of infection, contaminated food and water. Dia disebarkan melalui makanan dan air yang telah dicemari dengan Salmonella typhi bacteria yang dibawa oleh vektor seperti cockroach and fly. So the symptom of typhoid are fever, intestinal bleeding and red rashes. Ini dalam bahasa Melayu demam kepialu. Okey, leptospirosis. Penyakit kencing tikus. Dibawa oleh dia punya vektor is rat. Way of infection through contaminated soil, food and water. Okay, the pathogen Leptospira sp bacteria. So symptom of leptospirosis, they have fever, headache and muscle pain. Ini semua adalah contoh-contoh infectious disease. Okay, how do vectors spread disease? Okay, the picture here is how do the vectors spread the disease? So gambar yang pertama, macam mana lalat tu sebarkan penyakit tadi. First, the fly pick up the pathogen from the fecal matter and carries it on its body. Okay, bila dia akan transferkan dia punya pathogen, the fly transfer pathogen to the food, and then when the person eat contaminated food and then they get sick. So fly tadi biasa dia akan bawa pathogen tu dari feces ataupun fecal matter dan mana-mana dia pergi, dia akan bawa pathogen tersebut. Bila dia singgah pada makanan yang terdedah, dia akan transferkan the pathogen, the fly transfer the pathogen to the food. And then when the human eat the food, so that the person will get disease because this food contain pathogen. So pathogen tadi akan menyebabkan penyakit. So the person eat contaminated food and then they get sick. Contoh makanan dari, dia akan dapat penyakit kolera or typhoid from contaminated food. Okay, ini contoh penyakit bawaan nyamuk tadi. The vector is the mosquito. So infected mosquito bite uninfected person. And then the infection spread through body and into red blood cell. And then the second mosquito bite infected person. The mosquito may now transmit infection to another person. Okay, vector tadi nyamuk, dia ada bawa the pathogen, dia akan bite pada seseorang manusia. Kemudian manusia ni dapat penyakit tersebut, contoh dia demam denggi. Kemudian ada lagi nyamuk lain, kalau gigit dia lagi, nyamuk tu pula akan transfer lagi kepada orang lain. Sebab tu dia punya ways of transmitted from mosquito bite. So the infection spread through body and into the red blood cell. Dia akan transfer lah ke seluruh badan manusia, dia punya disease tu. So when the second mosquito bite infected person, the mosquito may now transmit infection to the another person. Ini cara vector tadi spread the diseases. Okay, setakat ni ada soalan tak nak tanya cikgu?